welcome to another Fat Biker Diaries. Now, please excuse the voice. Had a bit of a sore throat this week, just getting rid of the remnants of a bit of phlegm. As the weather is absolutely beautiful today, I thought I'd have a little ride out and just give you an update on the Honda CB125F. And just again give any feedback, anything I don't particularly like about the bike, or anything I do like about the bike. Now, it's Download Festival this week, and I'm not too far away from that, so the traffic over the end of last week was absolutely diabolical. People missing flights, there was all sorts, and I work not far away from there, but fortunately I didn't suffer any delays to and from work. I left quite early just to try and miss it. However, I did end up going on my bike just in case, because as if you're a motorcycle rider, you will know that that's one of the benefits from riding a bike. You can do a bit of filtering and preventing you from queuing up in traffic. If you're wondering where I am, I'm just now in the Leicestershire countryside, just on my way to Loughborough, and it is absolutely red hot at the moment. I'm certainly pleased I bought this Oxford Air jacket. It really does do its job. I've got a t-shirt on under it, and it allows me to feel a bit of air onto my arms, which leads up to my armpits and my upper torso, so it does benefit. So back to the bike. As I've said in my previous videos, it's not the first bike. I had a bike many years ago, a bright yellow Yamaha Fizz, and I'm sure anybody that's into bikes will remember that. It was a 50cc, and I suppose in those days it was quite nippy, but that was many years ago, and I've never really shown an interest in bikes since then. But I think I must be going through some kind of midlife crisis. But anyway, that's by the by. So the Honda CB125F. I went for a bit of a longer journey on it last week, and in all honesty, my backside was aching slightly. Now, it wasn't a massive journey, but it was a longer journey than I'd usually take, and I must admit I did feel a little bit of discomfort when I arrived back home. So if you're planning on longer journeys, I don't know, sort of test it out before you take that big step. However, shorter journeys and what I usually do on it, I cannot fault it. It's really comfortable, and as I've said before, great riding position. But I suppose that all depends on your posture. People, you know, different sized bodies, different lengths, legs and arms. But for myself, I mean, I'm 5'11", I'm a stocky lad, and I do like my Guinness, so I've got a slight, well, I call it a tea belly anyway. But the posture for me is absolutely great, can't fault it. Fuel, I've been averaging 178 miles to the gallon. Now, I don't know if that's hard to believe. I've not really figured it out in terms of how much fuel I've been putting in. That's off the actual dash. So I've just got to sort of believe that that's accurate. But I have heard other riders getting similar, so there's no reason for me to disbelieve it. So if you're looking for a bike to commute to work on, fuel consumption is absolutely awesome. I cannot fault it. Now for a slight negative. Having rode it for quite a while, one little gripe is when you're reducing your throttle, there's what I could only call a jerk right at the end, and that's sometimes a bit annoying. Rather than just a smooth decrease in speed, you get a slight judder. It's not something that would prevent me from purchasing the bike again, however it is noticeable. The braking, I know there's a lot of conversation around braking on bikes, because I've been looking at Honda CB125F, and I know that's got dual disc. However, the CB125F is a single disc, but in my opinion the braking system is more than adequate for the bike itself. Single disc, and it's great. I've got no issues with that. I've been checking the oil regular. Well, there's no noticeable usage of oil or over usage. I'm happy with the oil consumption. I did mention the mirrors last time, but I've managed to find a position now where I can actually see, so that there isn't a need for me to actually change them. I'm happy with the mirrors they were issued with, so that's no longer an issue for me. What else have we got? Now, when the bike arrived, it was actually an hour, the clock was an hour slow, and without looking at any instructions, I tried to change the time. There's a select button and a set button on the dash. I don't know if you can see that. Now, to change anything on there, like turn off the green light that comes on when you're I think that's an indicator of that you're doing an okay speed in that certain gear that's selected. So if you want to turn that off and on, or you want to change it from miles to kilometers, or change the clock, you press both the buttons at the same time, the button on the left and the button on the right, and then you press the one on the right to select and change things. But I've got no issues with that. So in terms of negatives, there aren't any. I've had no issues with the tyres. I'm happy with the handling on the road, dry and wet. Now again, I've seen conversations about tyres, people asking which tyres to choose. Now these are the only tyres I've had on it, so I can't really comment on any others, but as I said, I'm more than happy with the tyres that it was supplied with. Got no issues with that. And what else is there? The horn, that's loud enough. There really isn't anything I can complain about, to be honest. I'm totally happy with it overall. I'd certainly recommend it to a learner. Again, like if you're commuting to and from work, the fuel consumption is I know I keep raving about it, but it's awesome. Now I'm going to pull up whenever I can, somewhere nice and quiet, and I'll just give you a little look round the bike. Now I purchased this brand new, although it did have 6 miles on the clock, and I did purchase it a few months back now. I didn't want the 23 model for the simple reason the 2023 models has actually got dials on it, and I wanted the digital dash. So I asked Honda Nottingham to source me a new one with the digital dash. So this was manufactured last September. So if you're purchasing one now brand new, a 2023 model, that will come with dials, speedo. I'm more of a fan of the digital. Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh dear, a little prang. Now in terms of speed, again, as I've said in my previous videos, I haven't bought a bike for speed. I bought a bike for a bit of fun, a bit of freedom, and when you go out on your bike, if you've already got a bike, you'll well know that there is a sense of freedom. May sound a little strange to somebody that doesn't ride, but there is an element of freedom. Certainly for me anyway, and I'm sure others think that. But in terms of speed, I think I did reach I think it was 65, something like that. I mean, there have been occasions where I would have liked a bit faster than that. Hence, that's why I'm going to be looking for a CB125F. I was going to go left there, but I decided to go right. Not very good lane positioning there, so please do forgive me. Yeah, so if it's speed you're after, I would have thought this isn't the bike for you. So one other thing is carrying luggage. Although you probably can't see it at the moment whilst I'm riding, I've actually got a sling bag on the back. I'll show it you when I pull over, and then you'll understand what I'm talking about. But I've not yet put a luggage rack on the back, and I must admit I have missed one. So that's probably something I'm going to purchase. If anybody's watching this who has already got a luggage rack, please do put a link in the comments to which luggage rack you're using, and let me know if you're happy with it, if the fitting was simple, because I know there's a lot of things that arrive and struggle to fit them into the existing bolt holes. I just want a simple solution. I don't want to start having to bend things and alter things before I've attached it. So if anyone's got any is using a luggage rack, please do let me know. I mean, I don't want to carry suitcases or anything like that, but it's like my GoPro and things like that. and my tripod. Just wondering where I am. I'm in a little village called Barrow-on-Soar, which is between Leicester and Loughborough. Lovely little village. It is a nice little village. In fact, we've just gone past it. There's a lovely pub here, the lakeside, or riverside should I say. A lovely pint of Guinness. The warm weather does bring idiotic riders and drivers out. I don't know what it is, but it certainly does. Now back to this jacket. I really am getting a lovely breeze on the inside of my arms, leading under my armpits, and it really is helping. It's called the Oxford Air Jacket. I will review it, but it's a great jacket. just trying to find a nice place to pull up and let you have a look around the bike. I'm sure you've seen round one before. However, I know it's from doing a bit of research myself before I purchased this. YouTube videos are very handy when looking for to purchase things. So here's a little look around the bike. We've got single disc. I've got no issues with the braking system. More than adequate for a bike of this size, engine size and weight. Suspension. You just twist that and then you can adjust the stiffness depending on what weight you're carrying, I'm assuming. As you can see, there's also a centre stand. That is very, very handy. I usually use my centre stand rather than the side stand, just for stability reasons, especially when it's windy. But it really is a nice little bike. Then we've got the digital dash. As I say, if you buy the 2023 model, you will have a dial rather than the digital dash. This digital dash, don't know if you can see there because of the light. It's got a fuel gauge, total mileage, you've got tripometer, you can change it from miles per hour to kilometers per hour, and then you've also got your gear selector selection, so it informs you what gear you're in. Very handy that once you're like coming up to lights, etc. And then we've got a little spanner that's come on there. That's to say it's due its service. I've done 875 miles and I've just booked it in. A little oil change, etc. More than happy with the bike.